Yeah, so I was just asking Coach a little bit about, I guess, your recruiting process. Who all kind of looked at you when you were in high school? Did you have other offers besides JMU and places you were considering?
I had a lot of Patriot League offers, Fordham, places like that. I think William and Mary offered me, but this was the biggest offer I had.
So I asked Coach the same thing. Like, how does a guy who can come in and start day one on a really good team not get recruited more out of high school?
I guess other schools didn't really believe in me, but I feel like the staff here and everybody that recruited me here definitely believed in me and expected a lot from me when they recruited me. And that's definitely the vibe I got from them, and that's probably the biggest reason why I picked here.
Does that make, obviously every game's huge, but when you play a UVA, an ODU, even an App State's kind of in your backyard, like,
Right.
does that make those games bigger for you?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, like when I was getting recruited, I wanted those bigger offers and stuff like that. But when they overlooked me, or different schools said I was too big to play corner, or I was different things, like doubting me, but they believed in me. And when we get to see them on Saturday, I definitely got an extra oomph behind me.
Can you talk a little bit about how you've seen yourself and the rest of the passing defense kind of just improve as the season's gone on?
I feel like we've started to trust each other a lot more. Communication has gotten better as the whole year has went on, and I feel like we trust each other, just make plays and win our one-on-one battles.
Coach was just in here talking about how it seems like there's more and more attention around this program, and given kind of the news today, how do you guys eliminate the noise and the clutter? That's something Coach has talked about a lot this year.
We just try to stay off social media. That's the biggest thing you can do. It's everywhere. You open it, it's going to be there. So we could see it, but not really listen to it. We got to play on Saturday. We got to go 1-0 each week.
I feel like it's easy to say that, but is it hard to do? I mean, I know, like, personally for me, it's like you feel like you're constantly checking the phone or whatever. How is it for you all?
Yeah, it's somewhat hard, but it's like you just can't listen to it. Like, you see it, but leave all the talk and all the cloud and nonsense. Leave that all to them and worry about what we got to handle.
Can you talk a little bit about Pons and how you've seen him just grow and progress this season?
He's a guy. He's a young guy. He's fast, scrappy. He can go. He trusted himself. We trust him, and he's definitely getting the hang of like how different concepts and things go, and he's very patient, and he knows how to handle himself.
Let's go back to your history a little bit and when you first got to JMU and first started getting out here to practice, and how the speed of the game was then and how the speed of the game is to you now. It's got to be where you can step out there and just react as much more than what you did before.
Right.
Can you give us a little history and sense of how that timeline has worked for you?
It's definitely slowed down a lot, especially how I've grown, especially getting a lot of plays and stuff like that. But even watching film, like film slowed the game out a lot too. When you could pick up different things and somewhat expect what the offense is going to do to you, that'll definitely slow it down.
So you feel pretty comfortable out there now more so than ever before, and how much more can you grasp that?
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot more comfortable and grasp it as
I mean, improving. Coach Signetti talks
yeah.
about every game you want to get better and better. How do you improve your comfortability,
Right.
so to speak?
I got to keep working my craft. He tells us every day you either get better or you get worse. You don't stay the same. So every day I go work, do the best I can do, and definitely try to grow as a player.
How do you quantify that? What I mean by that is when you come off a field, are there days that you say, oh, man, I didn't get better? Or do you feel like you come off the field every day feeling better?
I feel like I go onto the field making sure that I got to get better. And when I attack each rep and do what I need to do each play, I feel like that helped me get better each day.
So you have that discipline and the discipline to stay off social media. Good for you.
Thank you.
So Salem, to me, is like one of the best sports towns, like anywhere.
Right.
Like growing up there, like, and even when you're a little kid and the high school team's playing in that huge stadium and stuff, how does that kind of stuff shape you as far as like wanting to get to this level?
I wasn't born in Salem. I was actually born in Rhode Island. And then I moved my 8th grade year. Yeah, but I was in Starkville, Mississippi before that. So, but when I got to Salem, when we were thinking about moving to Virginia, we were looking at different schools and seeing what we liked, and Salem definitely seemed like a good fit. They had a great program. School was great there, and definitely was a spot for me. And then in 8th grade, I saw them. They were making state runs. And the year before, I had came to visit, and they were making state runs too. And the atmosphere there Friday nights is crazy. So that was big.
What created the move from Starkville to Virginia? Why did you move?
So when I moved from Rhode Island, my great-grandfather had passed. My great-grandmother had passed, and I still had a great-grandfather in Starkville, Mississippi. So we went down there to help him out. And when he had passed, the middle of the two, my mom is from Rhode Island, and my dad's family's all down south. So Virginia was like the middle instead of having a 24-hour drive. So split it up.
As far as this week, UConn, what do you guys see on the tape when you're evaluating them?
They're good. They got a lot of gadget plays, a lot of deep shots, like to roll out back and forth. We got to make sure our communication is good and everybody's on the same page, and we should be able to handle it.